Hi, welcome to Take 5, where we daily consider devotional thoughts from Oswald Chambers' book, My Utmost for His Highest. Today is February 10th, and Is Your Ability to See God Blinded is the title of our study today. Lift up your eyes on high and see who has created these things. Isaiah 40 and verse 26. Oswald Chambers begins today with a statement that is as contemporary today as it was thousands of years ago. Namely, the people of God had blinded their mind's ability to see God by looking on the face of idols. As Isaiah ridiculed his own listeners, are we too not just as blinded by the world around us and all it contains? The apostle wrote in 1 John 2 and verse 16, we are consumed by lusts of flesh, lusts of the eyes, and a boastful, self-centered nature of pride. Our priorities are tremendously out of order. Chambers issues a call to Christians, which is often used as an argument for God when debating with non-believers, that if one looks around them, it's hard to say that there's not a creator behind it all. Paul uses this approach in Romans chapter 1, verses 19 and 20. Chambers continues by saying that Isaiah calls upon them to use their power to think and to visualize correctly. If we are children of God, we have a tremendous treasure in nature and will realize it is holy and sacred. We will see God reaching out to us if we will only begin to use our blinded thinking to visualize it. The first paragraph creates the direction of the second one, which discusses one's spiritual focus. Chambers states, the real test of the spiritual focus is being able to bring your mind and thoughts under control. Is your mind focused on the face of an idol? Is the idol yourself? Is it your work? If so, then your ability to see God is blinded. You will be powerless when faced with difficulties and will be forced to endure in darkness. If your power to see has been blinded, don't look back on your own experiences, but look to God. It is God you need. Go beyond yourself and away from the faces of your idols and away from everything else that has been blinding you or been blinding your thinking. Wake up and accept the ridicule that Isaiah gave to his people and deliberately turn your thoughts and eyes to God. Note the ninth to the last word, deliberately. Deliberately turn your thoughts and your eyes to God. The error of many is thinking that what God wants accomplished in one's life, He will do, and that when there are forces within our mind of lust, lying, cheating, greed, anger, wickedness, or whatever, then it will be up to God to force it out. The wishfulness of this is that I don't have to put any effort into fighting off evil within my mind. It's not my fault that I think, feel, or act that way. I'm not responsible to fight what I can't resist, which is a lie. You are very definitely responsible before God to resist and fight Satan. You are not along simply for the ride. Words and phrases such as resist, James chapter 4, verse 7, taking captive, 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 5, renew, Romans 12 and verse 2, be strong, stand firm, Ephesians 6 verses 10 and 11, fight the good fight of faith, 1 Timothy 6 and verse 12. These are used to give evidence of the Christian's participation in the discipleship process which is going on within them. The fact is that you will sin when you want to sin unless you resist. You will not resist if you do not want to. You will not want to if you are not growing as a Christian. And you do have responsibility to grow in the likeness of Christ by His powerful Spirit living within you, so to be conformed to the likeness of Christ. Romans 8 and verse 29. If you haven't yet read today's devotional from Dr. Chambers' book, I encourage you to do so, for it will enhance the time that we spend daily together. It's available free online. I invite you to share here your thoughts from today's study any questions that you might have, and please share prayer requests as well. And now may God's grace and peace be ours as we seek to live our utmost for His highest. Thanks for being here today. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye now.